Hello, folks. My name is Sameer Dosal, and I'm the president of the Canada-Pakistan Business Council. Thank you once again for joining us for this remarkable event. This event is primarily to focus and identify the best of the best within our community. This year, we are presenting the Canada-Pakistan Business Excellence Award to no other than Mr. Farhan Abbas. May I bring on Farhan Abbas online as well? Farhan, thank you for joining us. Before I go further, can I just mention a few words? A lot of people know about you, but we will talk about it. Today, the journey is talking about Farhan Abbas, the businessman, the entrepreneur, the philanthropist, and equally important, we'll be talking about the person with a heart of gold. That's Farhan Abbas for you. So I'm just going to, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I have written down, but I'm just going to take literally a few minutes just to highlight salient features of what Farhan Abbas is doing. And then we'll actually take it from there onwards. Farhan has been a significant entrepreneurial and financial service expert. His career includes roles at RBC Capital Markets, Manulife. He serves on the board of Marble Financial Inc. He's worked on many charities. He's on the advisory board of Merry-Go-Round. All these topics will come under discussion. You will hear a lot about it. So Farhan, thank you for joining us. It's an honor and a privilege to be having to speak to you and to have that opportunity to share this experience to the people who know you, but probably know you not enough of the wonderful work that you do. So welcome, Farhan.
Thank you, Sameer. Good afternoon to everybody. I'm really honored to be here with you. And thank you for all the kind words you've said. I am currently part of Popeye's franchise. I started this business about 6 years ago, and we started in Ontario. We moved to BC and Alberta. And apart from Popeyes, I'm in the Paramount franchise and Yogurt's franchise. And that's my part of the food business. Other than that, I'm also into some real estate, which I started 20 years ago, right after I finished university. By profession, I'm a CPA and a CFA. So earlier in my career, I was working with big names like Manulife, State Street, and RBC Capital Markets. And today I serve also as the chairman of the audit committee and as a board director for Marble Financial. And I'm on the advisory board for Future World, which is a private technology-based company. And I'm also on the advisory board for Merry-Go-Round Children Foundation. And yeah, that's pretty much.
This is remarkable. And as we go along, the idea is to just have an informal conversation to tell people the person behind it, the success story, and what you have achieved in life, and what people can learn that coming to Canada at a young age and doing the right kind of things, we will learn from you the formula of success. But in the meantime, let me share with you an interesting video that I have. You've been serving in the city of Mississauga. You've been serving in Canada, but primarily your home is Mississauga. I have an amazing message for you. So here you go.
Mayor Bonnie Crombie here from the great city of Mississauga, sending my best wishes to all the volunteers, organizers, and leadership at the Canada-Pakistan Business Council as you celebrate your virtual gala and awards night. Thank you, CPBC, for serving Mississauga's Pakistani business community for a remarkable 37 years. We are proud to be home to an active, engaged, and thoughtful Pakistani community made up of men and women who have all invested back into our city as entrepreneurs and volunteers. I'd like to say a very special congratulations to my friend and Mississauga resident Farhan Abbas on receiving the Excellence in Business Award this year. From what I hear, you've had an outstanding year, Farhan. You've hired over 600 people and just recently accepted an award for Franchisee of the Year from Popeyes. Farhan, in addition to your entrepreneurial success, you have been incredibly generous and supported many charities in our community, from the Merry-Go-Round Children's Foundation and even my mayor's Thanksgiving food drive in support of the Mississauga Food Bank. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Congratulations, Farhan, and all the award recipients at this year's gala. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you, Samir. And thank you to Mayor Bonnie Crombie for the kind words she said for me.
She's such an amazing person, an amazing leader, and we are delighted at CPBC that we've been working together over many years. Now that she mentioned something about another award, you are the recipient of the Popeye Award. So let me bring on your colleague, your general manager, Rob Manuel. Let's hear what he has to say.
Good evening. If we haven't met before, my name is Rob Manuel, and I'm the General Manager for Popeyes here in Canada. I'm honored to be here this evening on behalf of the entire Popeyes leadership team in recognition of Farhan and his award for Excellence in Business for 2020. I must say, when I got the call that Farhan received the award, I wasn't surprised because we also just recognized Farhan as our Franchisee of the Year for 2020. In spite of all the challenges that 2020 has brought, Farhan continues to operate his restaurants in excess of Popeyes standards, giving guests a safe and delicious place to visit. He's also built several new locations this year across 3 provinces, providing necessary jobs to members of those communities. We're also very aware of all of the work that Farhan does in his communities philanthropically. He is a pillar in each of them that he operates and continues to represent both himself and Popeyes extraordinarily well. On behalf of Popeyes, I also wanted to extend our congratulations to all of the other award winners this evening. I hope that everyone is keeping well and safe, and hopefully we'll be able to do this in person next year.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rob, for the wonderful message. So you are constantly doing things in the right manner, that you are being recognized at various ends. Since we are continuing to talk about...
I would just like to correct. So Rob doesn't work, he does work for Popeyes Canada. He's a general manager for the whole of Canada. So basically he heads the operations in Canada for the Popeyes franchise. And I would like to give credit here, not to myself, but and that's, you asked me in the beginning, as we go along, the tips of success. So here, apart from the other things we'll talk about, the success of my Popeye story belongs to my partner, his family, and I want to give him credit. His name is Shakil Ahmed, and he's such a wonderful, honest, and hardworking person. And to his son, Asad Ahmed, who is heading our development in BC. And to be honest, I've actually told him once, but, obviously, I find myself as a very hardworking person, but I told him, I've never seen somebody else work so hard and dedicated towards his work. So I would like to thank Mr. Shakil Ahmed and his son, Asad Ahmed, and the whole family. Each family, if there's 4 brothers and sisters, usually you see that, one brother excels and, or the other sister is not there. But this whole family is God gifted. Both the sons, both the daughters, they all are part of the business. They all work and they all help. And I think I'm blessed to have this family as my partner.
It's so nice to see that this is the sign of a good business person, a good person, is that one tends to share credit. So now that we are talking about business, I want to bring about somebody who you admire, your friend, your associate, your business partner, your mentor-mentee, amazing relationship that you have. I am going to bring about Scott. I am not going to take too much time to discuss Scott. I would like you to mention Scott after you hear what he says. And the talk was, he's been as a speaker at TED Talks, he's been 40 under 40 and so on. But hear this video. Join me.
I want to congratulate my dear friend and someone that I respect so much, Farhan Abbas, for being acknowledged with the Business Excellence Award. This is a young guy, still young, who I met a number of years ago, who came, and if I can say, worked for me many years ago. It's a funny word to say, worked for me, because he was one of these young guys that it was clear from an early day that someday I could probably work for him. And sure enough, he's gone on to be so successful in life through very simple ingredients: hard work, respect, charitable contribution, a great family guy, a great community guy, somebody who loves Canada, and somebody who loves his homeland, Pakistan, as well. And you know, Farhan was one of these guys that he would add value. I'd look over and say, geez, this guy's so smart. And day by day, month by month, year by year, in my involvement, he grew. And there's a famous old film, I think it's The Karate Kid, where the kid learning from the master, not that I was any master, of course, but that then someday the kid becomes the master to the master. And I think that's the circumstance. But what a great thing to watch Farhan and his partners with Popeyes and other restaurants and other real estate ventures and other business ventures. And we do a lot of business together to this day. He gives me advice. We work on things together. We're having success. We have our occasional failures, of course, as we all do. But it's a great immigrant success story and a great personal success story. And I'm a big fan of his family, his wife, his children. And you know, for a guy who grew up in Canada without that much exposure to immigrants as a young person, what a message to me and my family and my constituency about how great immigration is to this country. So Farhan, congratulations on the acknowledgement tonight here. And I'm very proud of you and so pleased to be your friend and your business partner.
That's Scott for you.
So I think here again, it's very kind of Scott for all these words that he used for me. I'm really honored because he is truly my mentor, and his full name is Scott Patterson. He has won, and I think I should say something about him. He's won the top 40 under 40 Canada Award. He was the president and CEO of Yorkton Securities in his mid-30s at a very young age. And he took the business, the investment banking business of Yorkton to about $3 billion and was competing with the top major 5 banks. There's an entertainment company in the US, Lionsgate Entertainment, movie production. He was a shareholder and a board director from day one in that company. He's formed many companies which went on the stock exchange, and some of the big names that he did the IPO with Morgan Stanley was Jump TV, raised over $150 million. Then he formed another company called Stability Solutions, which was recently sold for, I can't remember, $165 or $200 million. He served on many boards. He was, I think, the vice president of the Toronto Stock Exchange and the president of the Venture Exchange. So, I mean, the list goes on and on. If I wish I knew that I would be speaking on him, I could actually write a whole book. But I've learned a lot of lessons from him.
We are going to come back to you now. Today's show, today's recognition.
No, but it continues the charity, the philanthropy that I do. I joined Scott in his financial team back in 2005. I worked full time with him for 3 years, and after that, even when I changed my job, I started my business, and to date, I do consulting work for him and I do investments with him. But what I learned from him is, even in his busy schedule, he would always take time to give to the different charities he's part of. And the happiness or the pleasure that I see him doing work for the charity is much more, because I've seen it and experienced it personally, the happiness he gets or the pleasure he gets out of working for the charities he does is probably more than the IPOs he does. So just thank you, guys. If Scott's going to be watching this, thank you, Scott, for being there for me, for being a good mentor, a good friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for, I've had the pleasure of knowing Scott, and he's an amazing person. So thank you very much, Scott. Moving forward, we've been talking about business, and business is, you have always linked your business in giving back. So I wanted to bring about another friend of yours who you have worked with very, very closely, and your involvement in the merry-go-round charity. So let's pick up on some of the things that some people have to say about you. So here is a recording of Mark Zwicker.
Good evening. Let me first say congratulations to Farhan for receiving the Excellence in Business Award for 2020. Well done. Most of you probably know Farhan as an entrepreneur, a business leader, an employer, and he's all of those. However, I know Farhan as a generous supporter of the Calm Kids charity, for which I'm president. For over 15 years, Farhan has helped ensure youth from underserved communities receive brand new laptops and digital literacy training. His support is helping to eliminate the digital divide. Farhan is an active member of our board. He sponsors all fundraising events and he makes annual donations. Farhan also initiated the charity's involvement in the Yorkville Run, single-handedly raising $20,000 in the first year. In addition to supporting Calm Kids, Farhan also actively supports local food banks and other charities. Farhan, a sincere thank you for your years of support, and once again, congratulations on this outstanding honor.
There you go. So this is just a sample of all the wonderful work that you do. I know personally your engagement with so many charities, and there's another person that I have, and perhaps just a short video from that person will give people an idea as to how you are proactive in terms of giving back. It's no other than Mr. Mohammed Faki. You own a few of the franchises, and most importantly, the reason why I brought him in is for us to hear about your commitment, your engagement, your proactiveness towards giving to the community, whether it's your country of origin, but it's giving back as a Canadian. So here you go. Just listen into this. Hello, folks. I am pleased to have with me a very, very well-established person of our community. He's no other than Mr. Mohammed Faki. He's the CEO of Paramount Fine Foods. He's a businessman and a philanthropist. Mr. Faki, welcome to our show. I'm just requesting you that you know that this year we are awarding the CPBC Business Professional Excellence Award to our dear friend Farhan Abbas. We would like you to share your experience you have had with him. Over to you, Mr. Faki.
Well, number one, thank you very much for CPBC, for everything you do, and congratulations for all the people receiving awards, but especially to my great friend, Farhan Abbas. Farhan is a great guy. He's been amazing, not in only business. Being successful in business is one thing, but most importantly, always remembering the people in need and be part of the great causes important to our community. And Farhan has been that and much more. He calls me every time he hears I started a cause, and he always offering his help. Not only by talk, he actually put his money where his mouth is, and he likes to do it hands-on, put efforts to it as well. And it's very important to understand the best people in life are people that are good people when there is a problem. We need more good people that are ready to do great things. And Farhan is a good person that ready to do great things. He's called me when there is issues in Lebanon, when the Iranian flight was down. He has participated in a lot of the causes in Mississauga, locally, across Canada, and even worldwide. Farhan is a great guy. I enjoy even having a conversation with him. He actually makes me laugh. He doesn't look like he can come across and crack some jokes. He's not only a great leader in the community, he's a great leader at home. He's a great leader across our country and worldwide. Congratulations, Farhan. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, folks. Thank you. Folks, the reason why I wanted to bring this piece in is to show that Farhan is not even just looking at Canada. He's not looking just in his motherland, Pakistan, but wherever there is a global need. That was the point that I wanted to highlight through bringing in Mr. Mohammad Faqih.
Again, I would say you've brought in such great leaders here tonight, Samir, Mohammad Faqih, Scott Patterson. They're very successful people, great leaders, and I'm amazed how do they take out time from their busy schedule, especially Mohammad Faqih. He's you see him in the news all the time. He's very active in the community, and not just the Lebanese community. He's active in every cause, every problem there is in the world, and I'm just following their good footsteps.
I wanted to just show you some more pictures so that people know the variation of work that you have done. So here you go. This is your Popeye.
Hi, I'm Damian Lee, a producer, writer, and director. I've made over 60 feature films, hundreds of television shows, and helped launch the career of many stars. I've known Farhan for close to 10 years. During this time period, I've seen him contribute tremendously to his community, contribute to those in need, contribute to those deserving to build a better life for themselves and their family, and most importantly, from my perspective, contribute to the local artistic concerns and endeavors to help aspirational and creative ideas become reality, become moments and examples of inspiration, entertainment, and enlightenment. Thank you, Farhan, very much for your contribution to the local artistic community. We all appreciate it.
So we just kind of picked up from you, from your friends, some of the pictures that I got and I collected together, just to give people a broad scope of the philanthropic work that you have been doing within the community, within Canada, within Pakistan, and globally. So thank you very much. Farhan, I managed to reach out to, I wanted to talk to you about family, and I wanted to talk to you about friends. We're going to talk about family first, and then I'm going to bring about a friend of yours and your journey as to when you came in. So I'm going to throw this back to you, Farhan.
I guess family support is also very important for business or for any, not just business, for anything that you do in life, personally, professionally, or business. And Samir, you know my family for quite a number of years. You've met my parents, and I think I'm very blessed. And I think every son would say this for their parents, and I'm biased towards mine. But both my parents are very humble, very soft-spoken, and very pious, and very God-fearing people. So, and I think whatever I am today is it all starts with them. It's with their prayers and their support, and with everything right or wrong I've done, they have still welcomed me with an open heart. So I'd like to thank this opportunity to both my father and my mother to be there for me in every situation. And after that, the family continues. I was blessed to have the wife that I have. She's also very supportive and very pious, and it's the prayers continue for me. So I think it's my parents' prayers, my wife's prayers, and then God has blessed me with 2 daughters, and I think the luck continues.
That's so wonderful to hear. Farhan, of course, you know that I know your family very well. I have immense regard for them. They are a wonderful family, and that's what it all packages together in a very, very befitting manner. I have seen you as a personality. You are a friend. You reach out to people. You reach out to people as friend. You also reach out to people, especially your friends who are in need, and how you interact with people and with your friends. So we were able to reach out to an amazing person who is not here in Toronto but in Pakistan, who heads Engro. He's done some amazing work, and I'm going to bring him on just to hear a different perspective about Farhan Abbas as a person. Thank you, folks. I have the pleasure of having Mr. Gayas Khan. Gayas is the president and CEO of Engo Corporation, a conglomerate in Pakistan. And today we have him specially for a special reason. He and Farhan Abbas go a long way. And we thought we would get some feedback from Gayas about Farhan Abbas's long-standing career as a young chap and his accomplishments in the last many years. Gayas, thank you for joining in, and I'm going to just bring you on to this conversation to see how we can talk about Farhan. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Samir. It's wonderful to be here, and it truly is. And hello to everyone. It truly is a surreal moment for me because I'm here to give a testimonial or talk about one of my best friends. I got to know Farhan well over 30 years ago, and I remember very clearly when my family moved back from Hong Kong to Karachi. That was way back in '89, and when I joined school for my O levels, Farhan was one of my first friends here back in Pakistan, and since then we haven't looked back. He's one of my closest buddies. We keep in touch with each other and have over the last 30 odd years. Farhan, it gives me so much joy to know that he's done so well in life. But what I really want to talk about is perhaps not Farhan, the businessman and the entrepreneur and the philanthropist, but Farhan, the man with the heart of gold. And that's how I describe someone like him. He's just an incredible human being. He's one of those people that if something was to happen, at 3 a.m, and if I had to call someone for help, he would be the one I'd call. And no matter where in the world he is, I know he will always be there for me. So apart from his, business success as an entrepreneur, I really want to take a moment to appreciate the man. And he truly is one with a heart of gold. And it just gives me so much joy to be here at this with you over here talking about him. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Gayas. This is wonderful. What is beautiful is that Gayas, you and Farhan both have excelled in their own commitments in life. You have done extremely well. You are now heading Engo Corporation, which is phenomenal. So, and I know that Farhan is doing something in Pakistan as well as an entrepreneur. He's always wanting to do some good stuff. But today I want to take this opportunity that as the head of Engro, I just want you to take a minute to tell me what you think of Engro and the growth of the Pakistan corporate sector.
Look, I'm absolutely privileged to be with Engro for almost 4 years now. And Engro, as Samir, for the benefit of all the audience, has over a 50-year history in Pakistan. If I go back 50 years, Esso came into Pakistan when natural gas was discovered to put up a fertilizer plant. Esso then became Exxon, and it exited the fertilizer business globally. And that's when the employees of Exxon in Pakistan bought over the company, and Engro was born. Since then, a small fertilizer company has now transformed into a diversified conglomerate. We are in petrochemicals, we are in energy and infrastructure, food and agriculture, and now recently we've entered connectivity as well. The company, mashallah, is doing phenomenally well. We are enabling about $800 to $900 million of import substitution. We are our business. We have a lot of growth plans in all our verticals. We at the moment are developing a project to put up a polypropylene manufacturing plant, which is going to further enable an import substitution of about $300 odd million. We have excavated coal from Thar, which is a massive energy resource for Pakistan, and we put up the first power plant over there. We're now moving towards growing the company in renewables and solar energy, looking at mineral mining. So really, in a nutshell, I would say that the fortune of Engro is very tied to the fortune of Pakistan, and we take a lot of pride in growing our organization and moving in a direction that we help Pakistan through its difficult times and move forward.
This is phenomenal. Yes, I know that you are also on the board of directors of the Overseas Investors Chamber of Commerce, and we have an MOU with that organization. So perhaps I will request you to give exclusive time to talk about this with you as representing Engro, as representing the corporate world in Pakistan, as well as representing the Overseas Investors Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much, and we will stay in touch. So wonderful having you over.
Thank you for having me, Samir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a great friend of yours. I want to take out 3 takes over here. One, as the Canada-Pakistan Business Council president, I could not resist the opportunity to plug in a little update on the economy of Pakistan, which I think Gayas was kind enough to do. Gayas talked about you as a friend and what he's doing. And we also touched upon the fact, and it's entirely up to you to just hint upon certain opportunities that you are doing in Pakistan. So it's back to you, Farhan.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Gayas for all the things he said. He is actually a true leader. I think Engro is probably the largest company in Pakistan, and he's heading that company. Funny thing is, I think from our O-levels time, we used to call Gayas CEO. And as a group of friends, that was his title. And eventually he turned out to, fulfill the shoes of the CEO of the biggest company in Pakistan. He talks about me having a heart of gold, and I think I can say the same thing for him. Gayas has stood by me as a rock when I needed him as a friend the most. So, of course, and not because he's done it, I know him as a favor, but, of course, we're there for each other. There's a group of my friends that I've known when we were in grade 1. And then I think Gayas probably joined us in grade 8. We were together till end of A-levels. But we've known each other for 30 years. Some other of my friends, I've known them for 35 years, but we are still in touch with each other. And every few years, we take an opportunity to meet up somewhere, like could be in Canada, US, Europe, or back in Pakistan. Having said that about the opportunity, at this time, I would like to thank and honor CPBC for the work it does. And Samir, to you, I've known you for many years, and I've been part of CPBC for the last few years. And I've seen the work and efforts that you do, or that this organization does, for the local entrepreneurs from our community, and people also from the non-community, and also the businessmen in Pakistan. You're trying to see that if some trade or some business could be done between Canada and Pakistan, and you do a lot of work to promote that. And for the last few years, you've been after me, and which was also my passion at the back of my head, that one day I would do something, some business, start some business or do some trade with Pakistan. And but you truly pulled that thought out from the back of my head and put things in motion. So yes, currently we are working on a couple of projects. They are a lot of work has been done, and eventually when the time is right and the project is ready, hopefully it will be announced, and I'll be in honor that if it's announced through the CPBC platform.
It will be a mutual honor. It will be an honor for our community. Farhan, thank you very much. Before we close, I just want you to say a few words about your feelings, your thoughts, and your advice to the people based on the success that you have had. So I'm bringing you on, Farhan. Go ahead, please.
Samir, there's quite a few ingredients that you need to be successful, and I will talk about through my limited experience, but all the mentors that I know that you brought on this call today or this meeting, each one of them had a similar advice for me. And we missed one person here. His name is Sikandar Lalani. I call him Sikandar Uncle. He was probably the first mentor I had, and in the first couple of years that I worked with him as his partner, this is the advice he gave me. And obviously we all know this, but he said, Farhan, you are hardworking and you're smart and you're honest, but there's another ingredient that you're missing, and this is what you really need to be successful, and that was to be consistent. He said you need to be consistent for the first three factors to work, because if you are not consistent, you're not going to achieve your goal. And I thank you, Sikandar Uncle, for being there and advising me. And throughout my career, was it Scott Patterson and Sikandar Uncle and other people who came in my life, and other important people that I heard their speeches, like Denzel Washington or Barack Obama or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Muhammad Ali. If you hear all their speeches, these are the common elements, that you have to be hardworking, you have to be honest, and you have to be consistent. So these are the first four ingredients. And then I guess to be an entrepreneur, to be a businessman, you have to be somewhat of a risk taker. So the fifth element, I would say, that you have to have an appetite to take risk. And I guess the sixth factor is what people call is their luck or their fate. Or in my case, I would say it's the prayers of my family, my parents, my wife, or my friends. So I think it's a mixture of all these, and it's not like a race. It's a marathon. So work hard and be consistent.
Great message, Farhan. All the very, very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samir.
Farhan, this is actually wonderful. Folks, this is what we tried to do. We tried this year, we changed our format. We wanted to bring about people and the people behind it. So the CPBC Business Professional, Business Entrepreneur of the Year, the Business Person of the Year Award, the recipient being Farhan Abbas, the entrepreneur, the business person, the person with the heart of gold. And I just want to thank you for the wonderful work that you do. I know, as a very small example, I reached out to you to support a charity for a shelter, that whilst during this time that we will be having our Christmas holiday celebrations, you have volunteered to support a shelter at our request, supporting our Rotary initiative and our joint initiative. So thank you very much, Farhan, and stay well, stay healthy, stay blessed, and keep up the good work. And whatever CPBC can do, we would be happy to support you in all those initiatives.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.